As the gun fired, Chris Brasher went into the lead and I slipped in effortlessly behind him, feeling tremendous.
Good morning everyone, how you doing? It's Paul here from Unusual Things. Now I always say that and I don't know why. You know who I am by now, you know what the channel is by now, and I always say good morning. It's because I'm usually out in the morning, but it may be the evening or the afternoon or night time when you're watching this. So good afternoon, good evening, good whatever. Anyway, today I am in Oxford and we are coming to see and look for the final resting place of Roger Bannister, Sir Roger Bannister, the amazing athlete. I'll tell you a bit more about him soon, and also a very intelligent man as well. Don't forget, if you liked the video today, give him one of them. If you haven't done so already, subscribe, and most importantly, hit that notifications bell so you get notified when new videos come out. But more importantly than that is leave your comments. I love reading what you've got to say about the people that I go to see, and it makes it more worthwhile because then I feel like I'm engaging with you all. I don't always answer all of them, but I try to when I can. Even if I give it a love heart or a thumbs up, it means I've read it and I've acknowledged it, okay? So if I don't answer you directly, it's nothing personal. I do get a lot of messages, which is great, but I do read them all, and that's the most important part. So yeah, let's get on with it, shall we? Sir Roger Gilbert Bannister, CBE, 23rd of March 1929 to the 3rd of March 2018, was an English neurologist and middle distance athlete who ran the first sub 4-minute mile. Bannister was born on the 23rd of March 1929 in Harrow, London. His parents, Ralph and Alice, were both working class families from Lancashire. Bannister started his running career at Oxford in the autumn of 1946 at the age of 17. He had never worn running spikes previously or run on a track. His training was light, even compared to the standards of his day. But he showed promise in running a mile in 1947 in 4 minutes and 24.6 seconds on only 3 weekly half-hour training sessions. The historic event took place on the 6th of May 1954 during a meet between British AAA and Oxford University at Iffley Road track in Oxford. Watched by about 3,000 spectators with winds up to 25 miles per hour before the event, Bannister had said twice that he preferred not to run to conserve his energy and efforts to break the 4-minute barrier. He would try again at another meet. However, the winds dropped just before the race was scheduled to begin and Bannister did run. The race went off as scheduled at 6 p.m. and Brasher and Bannister went immediately to the front of the pack. Brasher, wearing number 44, led both the first lap in 58 seconds and the half mile in 1 minute 58, with Bannister, number 41, tucked in behind and Chataway, number 42, astride behind Bannister. Chataway moved to the front after the second lap and maintained the pace with a 3-minute 1 split at the final lap bow. Chataway continued to lead around the front turn until Bannister began his finishing kick with about 275 yards to go, just over half a lap, running the last lap in just under 59 seconds. The stadium announcer for the race was Norris McWhirter, who went on to co-publish and co-edit the Guinness Book of Records. He teased the crowd by delaying his announcement of Bannister's race time for as long as possible. The roar of the crowd drowned out the rest of the announcement. Bannister's time was 3 minutes 59.4 seconds. After retiring from athletics in 1954, Bannister spent the next 40 years practicing medicine in the field of neurology. In March 1957, he joined the Royal Army Medical Corps at Crookham, where he started his 2 years of national service with the rank of lieutenant. His major contribution to academic medicine was in the field of autonomic failure, an area of neurology focusing on the illnesses characterised by the loss of certain automatic responses of the nervous system, for example, elevated heart rate when standing up. He ultimately published more than 80 papers, mostly concerned with the autonomic nervous system, cardiovascular, physiology and multiple system atrophy. Bannister later became the first chairman of the Sports Council, now called Sport England, and was knighted for his service in 1975. Under his patronage, central and local government funding of sports centres and other sports facilities was rapidly increased, and he initiated the first testing for use of anabolic steroids in sport. In 2011, Bannister was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. He died on the 3rd of March 2018 at the age of 88 in Oxford, 20 days before his 89th birthday. He is buried in Wolvercote Cemetery near Oxford. So there's all the information there on Sir Roger Bannister. What a man. Sub 4-minute miles. That's crazy.
The tape is broken, and so is the record athletes have long been dreaming about. The 25-year-old medical student became the first man in the world to run a mile in under 4 minutes. 3 minutes, 59.4 seconds to be exact. And only
I just about struggle with a sub 9-minute mile, and that's if I do 1 mile. Usually I crash in at about 9:45, 10-minute miles. But to be able to run a sub 4-minute mile, I can't even fathom it in my brain. My brain just doesn't understand where that sort of speed comes from in your legs, what sort of athleticism you have. But not only that, to think of obviously his natural ability and speed as a runner and an athlete, his brain as well, to work in neuroscience and sports science, and to bring all these papers forward. I think it's 80 something papers I just read to you that he produced. Amazing, what a guy. So some of you may know, some of you may not know. I know I don't look it, but I do a lot of running. I do a lot of running for me anyway. I belong to a running club and things like that, and where there are some great runners. But you know, when I see the sort of paces that some of our running club go off, and I'm like, wow, that's fast. But then to think what he did and what those athletes do today is amazing. It really is. Anyway, let's just go and have a look now, shall we, for Sir Roger Bannister's grave. Bannister. I think I found it. There we are. Sir Roger Bannister, 1929 to 2018. CH, CBE, DM, FRCP, World Champion Athlete, Consultant Neurologist, Queen Square, London, Pioneer in Research of the Autonomic Nervous System, Master of Pembroke College, Oxford, first to break the 4-minute mile barrier, Oxford 1954, devoted loved husband of Moira, fond father of 4, grandfather of 14 and great-grandfather. Thank you, Sir Roger Bannister. 4-minute mile, wow. And all the medical work that he did, amazing. As I said, as a runner, I know I'm not a big time dedicated runner, but as a runner, that just gives you something inside, you know. It's, you know, I know how hard it is to do what I do, and I struggle with that. So you think what he did, and amazing, really is amazing. Thank you, Sir Roger. Yeah, if he's been any sort of inspiration to you as a runner, if you are a runner, or just as a person in general because of his work ethic, you know, and his obviously science background, if you work in science or medical science or anything like that. And so Roger Bannister, you know, if you've read any of his papers or anything like that, then just, yeah, leave a comment down below. But what an amazing man. And if you've never seen it, go, I'm sure on YouTube somewhere, there is that actual event, like with Norris McWhirter doing the commentary, and, you know, him achieving that 4-minute, under 4 minutes, sub 4-minute mile. Amazing. Anyway, I'm I'm turning round, I'm turning round. See what I see? It's rude not to. Let's see if we get lucky today, shall we? Probably walk in here, a bit of service going on. No, it's locked. I'm beginning to think all this love of horror films, the church never want me in there. Maybe I should stop watching those ghastly films. Anyway, on that note, thank you as always for watching, guys. From Oxford on a nice, cool, crisp morning. Take it easy, and I'll see you on the next one. Leave your comments. Bye.